Previously on Maddie Vlog.
We have finally moved out of Chris' parents' basement. So each weekend that goes by, we started giving away the things that we don't use on a regular basis. We are having the best experience of having our own space, our own privacy. It's just one of the best. Hey, what is up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Madeline, Maddie or Mads for the shortest version. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. This is finally happening and I'm so sorry it took a while. If you have no idea why I am doing this or you just come across my video randomly, I highly suggest that you watch the previous video, which is going to be somewhere up in here, or most definitely it is going to be in the description box below. Also, if you have not been following me on my Instagram account, I highly suggest that you do that. Although a fair warning, we are just regular people, but in case you're curious and you want to see some random updates here and there, that is the best go-to place to check it out. Okay, so before I start taking you guys in the tour, I just want to say and give you a heads up, our space is really not that big. It might look spacious, but that's because we have been really mindful of the furnitures that we brought in this unit. Also, we didn't buy a lot of new decorative pieces because we already have some of those when we were still in the basement. And I think this is the major thing that we did before we actually moved in here, was that we purged a lot. And by a lot, I mean clothing wise. And by clothing wise, I mean me. I purged a lot of my clothings. So I did attempted the Marie Kondo way. You know, you hold every pieces and then you ask yourself, does this bring me joy? I feel like that's taking too much of my time, considering I have a lot just in a box sitting collecting dust, because I don't want to get rid of it, because I keep on thinking that like, oh hey, I'm still gonna fit on that. What I did was the quickest way that I can think of, decide whether I have worn a clothing piece or not. And if I didn't wear it last year, it goes to the donation box. As simple as that. I also did the same thing when it comes to my shoes. I gotta admit, it's kind of hard to give up my items, but at the same time, I don't see the point of keeping them because I haven't used it. I don't want to bring it in here and just take up a space. To be honest, I'm actually pretty happy that our place looks very minimal and less clutter. Are we living a minimalist life? I think we're very far from that. We are just actually enjoying this much of an open space concept in our unit right now. Anyways, enough explaining. I know a lot of people, well, not really a lot of people that I personally know have been waiting for this video. So here it is. Hey guys, welcome to our space. Okay, as soon as you enter the door, on the left side, there's a walk-in storage. Pretty self-explanatory. I don't think I need to explain further on this one, but the rack that we got in here, it was already in the basement before. He had that rack for a very long time. Before we actually brought the rack with us, we had to do some measurements if it will actually fit in that storage, because if it doesn't, then we're just gonna have to sell it and then find a rack that will actually fit in there. Luckily, it actually fits in there, so this rack actually holds our laundry basket, Patch's food, Chris' lunch bag, protein shakes, our stocks of coffee, toilet papers, and then I also have some of the boxes up in here which has some of my stationaries and stocks for my freelancing. On that corner, this is where I actually store my makeup train bags. And by the wall, we have the ladder and the foldable chair. Then we also hang our reusable bags in here too. Obviously, this is where we keep our outdoor jackets that we use on a day-to-day basis. And then there's also the shoe rack. It has shoes of what we use on a daily basis as well. Some cleaning materials like broom, mop, and the vacuum. Okay, and now if we turn on the right side, there's actually a hallway that leads to the bathroom. So I just want to talk real quick regarding about this small hallway in here, because recently Chris and I decided that we would like to fill this hallway, specifically more on the walls of the hallway. We would like to fill it with Chris' work. And yes, that means boudoir photos. Which reminded me, shameless plug in here, if you have not seen his Instagram account, I highly recommend it. Check out his page. We recently did a boudoir shoot and it turned out really good. We are actually looking forward into doing more, because when we saw the unit in the photograph, we were like, oh hey, that actually looks nice. We already started hanging some of his works in here, but we would like to put more. So kind of like a gallery style. That's the whole plan with this wall in here for the hallway. hallway. We have in this hallway a gray bench. We got this bench from Winners at the beginning of the year because we would like to use it as a prop, but now it actually has more use than just a display because this has the stocks of our bath towel, bath soaps, toothpaste, and a couple of my personal hair hot tools. Also, we thought that it could be an additional sitting or, you know, just to use it as a sit while tying your shoelaces. And then there's this studio decor in here that used to be in my work area in the basement. We decided it would look nice in this area. It gives that clean minimalism look for the hallway. The mirror is from IKEA and the fake plant is from Structo. If you put them all together, this is what it looks like. So now we're moving on to the bathroom. During the first view of this place, the first thing that actually got my attention was the tub because it is freaking deep. And by deep, I mean it's really deep. There's nothing really much to talk about the bathroom except that yeah, it's a decent size that we are actually able to fit in patches, cat litter. It all works out. And the fake plant, we love taking care of fake plants in here in our unit. So this fake plant is from IKEA. Another thing that I actually like about the bathroom is the backlight in the mirror. It's really amazing. Okay, and then there's two drawers in here in which I'm not going much into details, but here's what I'm gonna say. 90% of the stuff in here are mine. Chris has a little bit of a small corner in there to put his shaving stuff, but other than that, the rest all belongs to me. Let's move on to the dining slash kitchen area. This table right in here, this used to be Chris' computer table. It used to have one of the vanity drawers that I have, and then there's two legs in there, but basically this table is also converted as a working table for us. So Chris and I, we saw this kitchen island by IKEA, but we're still kind of debating as to whether we should get it or not, because we actually like the idea of having the table in here. It's pretty light, so we can drag it anywhere. That is the dining table. So now we're gonna move into the kitchen, like the entire kitchen itself. I'm not gonna bore you guys into details as to what each cabinet contains, but basically this is a cabinet, this is a cabinet, this is a cabinet, this is a cabinet, this is also a cabinet, and this is our pantry, this is the garbage cabinet. Here's a fun fact, if it is fun. Chris has a little bit of OCD when it comes to like segregating garbages. I have been nagged for how many times already just because I put in the garbage in the wrong container. We're very strict when it comes to throwing away our garbages. Just let you guys know if ever you're invited to come in here. This is a cabinet. This is not a cabinet. This is a cabinet. This is a cabinet. On the counter, as you can see, we have our coffee maker, the toaster, knife set, a fruit basket, a chopping board that permanently resides on the counter. I'm actually pretty happy to say we have a 5 gas burner, which by the way, having a gas burner is a total game changer when it comes to cooking. Also, having a 5 burner actually proves that old habits die hard, because sometimes Chris and I would always catch ourselves every now and then. We're in, you know, back in the basement, we only have this one hot plate we're in that is where we cook everything. We sometimes catch ourselves just cooking on one burner. We're in, there's 4 more burners available in here. Another thing that we don't actually need but is included in this unit, we got a wine fridge. We are that spoiled. This is a drawer that has a secret drawer and then another drawer, and then we have the drawer for the pots and pans. So that's the first one in here, and it also actually has a secret drawer. The bottom drawer is also deep, so that's where we put our pots. This is definitely not a drawer but a dishwasher. Can I just say how convenient it is to actually have a dishwasher, because at night I just fill this with dirty dishes and then in the morning I just need to put it away. Well, Chris and I take turns in doing the dishes. I'm saving the best for last in here. This is actually not a drawer. This is actually our fridge, and then the bottom is our freezer. This is how modern the place looks like. If you put them all together, this is what our kitchen looks like. Okay, I think we've had enough of the kitchen. So now we're gonna move on to the living area. Our living area is pretty basic. It has a couch that turns into bed. We actually bought this couch for 2 specific reasons. First is that if we have friends over, we had drinks with them, then they can actually crash in here. Second, I think you kind of figured this out already. It's actually for our boudoir photo shoots. We also have Patches Cap Post here, and then there's this mirror that we recently got from Bed Bath & Beyond, which is, you guys got it. It's also for our boudoir photo shoots. From what you can see, our wall is still pretty blank because we still haven't figured out what kind of wall art we want to put up in there. There's the lamp in the corner, and then we also had that lamp back in the basement. And we also have this side table from IKEA, which sometimes serves as my workstation as well. I already mentioned this from my previous video that this TV stand is from IKEA. The TV, we had the same TV back when we were at the basement. It's kind of old version, but it's still working for us, so we don't really need to buy a new one. We decided to put up the white sheer curtains that we also had back when we were still at the basement to give it a clean, minimalist look. More specifically, we put up this curtain to diffuse the light. Moving on to the bedroom, it has obviously our bed. The nightstand, we recently got it from IKEA. The lampshades are also from IKEA, and we had it when we were back in the basement. And then there's Chris' computer in the black rolling cart. What usually happens is that if he needs to edit, what he just do is that he just roll out this cart, take it to the dining area and work on the table, and then once he's done, he just put back everything and then roll it back in here in the bedroom. That's how his workstation works. Our closet, we actually only have one closet in the unit, and Chris and I are actually sharing it. This is his side, and then remember the vanity drawer that I used to have in my work area? Basically, this drawers now holds our underwear, some of our gym clothes, some t-shirts, and this is my side. Whatever clothing you can see in here, these are actually the clothing that I wear on a day-to-day basis when I go to work, and sometimes when I go on my freelancing jobs. I know there's not that much in there, but I actually kind of like the idea that everything that you see in this closet, particularly on my side, these are all the things that I actually wear in the morning. It doesn't take up too much time to decide what kind of clothing I'm supposed to wear for the day. We got shoe boxes in our closet. These are the shoes that we actually wear on special occasions. There's also the bed sheet, pillowcases, and the comforter cover. They're all up in there. We also utilize the space under the bed, which has a 3 storage. A couple of this storage under the bed, they belong to Chris. One of his storage is for his work clothes, and the other one is it's full of hoodies. And then I also have one storage in here under the bed, which also has my hoodies as well. If this is a competition, he definitely won on that part. This sums up our bedroom. And last, we have the porch. So our porch extends from the bedroom to the living area, and both has access to it. Whatever furniture or decoration that you see in here, except for the recycling box, these all came from IKEA. I also like to sit down in here every now and then, just, you know, to drink a glass of wine or maybe a bottle, depending on my mood. Okay, so that is it for the tour, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, I think you already know. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I hope to see you guys on my next video. Bye!